Hey, Cmax here. Gonna do a comparison on two pocket pistols that I have. I have done individual reviews on these, and I'll put links to those up here in just a second. But what we have is the Ruger LCP Custom and the TAURUS PT738. Both of them shoot the 380 auto. This particular round here is the Hornady Critical Defense. Both come with 6-round magazines. Both are double action only, and neither one has a manual safety. Now, there are some differences, and we'll get into that later. I'll do a trigger pull test, and we'll go down and look at the barrel on them. But let me just run through the stats real quick between the two. Now, the LCP, there's a 7-round magazine available for this one. I couldn't find a 7-round for this, but I did find a 10-round for the TAURUS. The LCP has a 2 3/4 inch barrel. The 738 has a 2.84, so a little bit longer barrel. Let's see here. The barrel on the LCP is a 6-groove 1 16 right hand twist. So what that means is there's 6 grooves in it. That's pretty simple. The bullet will rotate one time in 16 inches. Okay, so that's how aggressive the twist rate and how fast it spins the bullet. On this one, we have a much more aggressive rifling. It's also a 6 groove, but it's a 1 in 9.84, 1 in 10 inch right hand. Okay, twist. So this has a much more aggressive rifling in the barrel. The Ruger is 9.7 ounces, and the TAURUS is 10.2. So the TAURUS is actually a little bit heavier. Let's see here. LCP is 5.16 inches long, 3.8 inches high, and 0.82 inches wide. We have 5.2 inches long, 3.75 inches high, and 0.87 inches wide. So they're virtually identical on that. Both of them are single action only. And trigger, I'll go through and do some stuff to try to show the difference in the triggers. The individual review, if you're interested in the Ruger LCP Custom, I'll put the link to that video here. And then if you're interested in seeing the review for the 738 video, I'll put a link to it here. Now, you may ask, well, why do you have two pocket pistols? Well, this was the first pocket pistol I bought, and I've got it because it was just a hell of a deal. Local gun shop had a customer appreciation, and the TAURUS guy was here, and I got this very, very inexpensive, so that was the reason I bought it. I changed jobs, and I found that I was carrying this all the time because I could carry it and no one knew I had it, and it just works out better than carrying a larger pistol. It's just didn't work well. So if I was going to carry this all the time, I wanted something with more reliability in my mind than the TAURUS. Now, the TAURUS has a lifetime warranty. I've got several of them. You know, I'm not a TAURUS hater, but carrying it every day, I just felt better stepping it up to the Ruger. Now I looked at the Ruger versus the Bodyguard. I wanted the Bodyguard non-laser, non-manual safety. But the difference between the two was about $80, and I didn't see the value there, so I went with the Ruger. But that's about it on this. Stand by next. We'll take a look at the barrels. Hey, Cmax here. We're gonna look down the barrels. The two guns that we're reviewing. On this side, we've got the TAURUS PT738. And on this side, the Ruger LCP Custom. So let's see what we're supposed to be looking at here. Hold on, let me look here. All right, the 738 is supposed to have A 1 in 9.84 inch right hand twist. The barrel is 2.84 inches long. So let's go on in there and see what it looks like. Now, just bear with me. I may need to do some lighting stuff. It's very difficult to record with this borescope. But let me turn on some lights on it. Let's see. All right. Definitely. That's about right. All right. So we can see right here we're at the end of the muzzle, and you can see the very distinct rifling. And as we go in, we can see the chamber, and you can see junk right there that needs to be blown out. Let's try it again. Let's go on back down there. Nope, still stuck there. You can see the firing pin. These scopes are really cool. But I like the way the rifling looks. It looks aggressive. Looks like we'll actually put some twist on the bullet. All right. Now we're going to go to the LCP Custom. Now this is a 2 3/4 inch barrel, so it's slightly shorter. It's supposed to also be a 6 groove 1 16 inch right hand twist. So let's see if we can see the difference between the basically 1 10 inch. And what that means is the bullet will do one rotation in however many inches. So for example, on this one, it'll be one twist in every 9.84 inches. So in this one, it's one twist for every 16. So there's a difference in the aggressiveness of the rifling in it. So let's see what the Ruger looks like inside here. All right, bear with me a second. All right, here we go. Although I think you can notice that the twist, the amount of the rifling twist is noticeably different. See how that looks almost straight. Almost straight in comparison to that. See how much more that twist? So that's the difference. One twist every 16 inches. One twist every 9.84 inches. All right, well, I think we got a pretty good view on that. All right, let me cut back and we'll talk about trigger pull. Okay, we're back and we're going to talk about the trigger now. We've got the TAURUS PT738 and the RUGER LCP Custom, both 380s. Did the trigger pull test. I didn't want to show that because that's kind of boring. You'll see it on some other videos. And I was surprised on the original video. I think I had tested this when this was new, and it was 8.5 pound trigger pull. Well, I retested it, and it's down to 6.9. Now I do shoot this every time I go to the range because I carry it a lot, and so anytime I go to the range, you know, I take it and I at least fire a couple of mags through it. This one has a much lighter trigger pull at 4 3/4 pounds. So you got, and that trigger's not too narrow. It's fairly wide, and they feel, the triggers, as I remember, and I haven't done the side by side, and I probably need to, but the triggers feel very comfortable. I remember this one felt better than I thought it would be, and I do like the wide trigger here. All right, so I'm gonna try to activate this trigger so you can see. Okay, so we've got take up to this point, and then almost. Okay, I don't know if you saw that or not, but basically no real tension to this point from here to here. And let's see, no, let's do it. Maybe you can see the hammer here. Not really. Okay, so start here to here. And like I said, I'm sorry it's a little awkward for me trying to do this way, so let's try it this way. All right, and as reported, 6.9 pound trigger average. So the TAURUS PT738, we're basically going to do the same thing. Okay, so we have a good shot here. No. Okay, here's the free space. There's a little bit of side to side. There was 0 side to side on the other one. I forgot to check that, but a little bit of kind of, so a sloppier feel here. So here we go. That much take up till we get any tension at all. And then very smooth. Being the lighter trigger pull, it was a little bit easier to go through that than it was on the LCP. Now, you know, there again, I'm doing it kind of awkward here because I'm trying to get a good camera angle. So let's do that again. No force to this point. Okay, well, hopefully you got a good view of that, and that's what the trigger's like on them. Okay, I want to show you the sight picture. Now, on the TAURUS, I put glow paint on the rear, around the rear slot, and then the little post on the front. Normally it's all black, so there's virtually no sights on this gun at all. But let me get it up here so you can kind of, you can get an idea. There we go. That's a little better. What it might look like with me changing it. Now on the RUGER, you've got the slot in the rear and the front. Let me get over here, and is supposed to have a photoluminescent, but I have not been able. We can't charge it real quick here. See if I can get it to glow at all. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I can see it glowing now. But it doesn't, you got to put some light on it. It doesn't seem to charge from ambient light. Okay, well, that's going to wrap it up on this. Thanks for watching. Remember all the safety rules. Keep your finger off the trigger and you're ready to fire. Always know where your muzzle's pointed. Every gun is always loaded. Thanks a lot and have a great day.